Oregon education and health leaders now making it easier for schools to reopen despite hundreds of new cases of COVID each day in the state.
Now, the state education department put out new guidelines that lowers the bar on community rates of COVID so districts can get students back into the classroom. Lisa Balick took a look at that, and I know you've talked to a lot of folks. Lisa joins us live tonight. Lisa?
Yeah, it's interesting. While the state now has made it even easier for districts to move ahead and reopen schools, a big hurdle still ahead because you can't get students, parents, teachers, administrators to agree on what should happen next.
Who oversaw the construction?
This is what back to school looks like for some young students around the country. In person still means social distancing. Oregon health leaders had recommended not bringing kids back if a countywide COVID test positive rate was over 5%. Now, that bar has just been raised to 10%. That would allow Multnomah, Clackamas, and Washington County schools to reopen, despite hundreds of new Oregon cases a day.
It's hard to understand how you can first set a deadline, open schools by February 15th, set metrics to say this will allow that to happen, and then say that's based on safety. So there's a lot of concerns about that.
We asked the head of the state education department about that February 15th date. We're told it's a goal, not an order.
Not a directive to any school or even a recommendation. At the front of it, she even says, continue to follow the science and the evidence, but let's get ready for schools to begin to return to in-person instruction with these new tools.
Even with teachers being able to get their first vaccine dose starting next week, many are hesitant to return when there is no approved vaccine for children who could spread it among themselves and bring it home. Also, the benefits of classroom interaction may be limited.
Some of the best tools we use as teachers, sitting with your partner and putting your head, leaning in and talking to each other. We can't do those things. Some of the hands-on activities where kids are putting their hands on things together and making things, we have to rethink those things.
For most high school students, going back is further away. Transmission, a bigger issue there with students in several different classes. Now, with what some teachers are trying to do is some districts are looking at keeping kids in the classroom and moving the vaccinated teachers around to limit the exposure for the kids, but they're still concerned about the fact that they could spread it and bring it home. We'll keep you posted on all this. Live in Southeast Portland, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.